So I'm glad that I have your blessing.
You signed contract.
Because Josh yells at me if I don't do it, guys. He yells.
The lecture is strong right after.
No,
it's a reprimand.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Reddit, or what did I say? Oh. Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading.
Let him cook.
You got
it's your
it.
boy Sean. You thought I lost it, and I just cursed.
Ooh, it's
Oops.
only been 20 seconds, brother. You need to reel it back. Reel it back.
Oh no. You thought I lost it, and you were absolutely correct. I gained it back, and then I immediately lost it. But anyways, welcome to another Monday Reddit reading, starting over like it never happened. It's your boy Sean. With me today, I got my co-host Josh and John. Say hi.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. I got some stories, and then a little sneak peeky. If you're a patron, I got an extra story for you.
Bonus Monday episodes?
Bonus Monday for the first
right,
time
patrons.
ever.
My goodness. I
Who
love
would've
that.
thunk
Ooh,
it?
to be rich.
If you're not a patron, that's fine. I got a
Juicy stories.
yeah, as good as I usually am. I don't want to set the bar too high. I don't want to say it'll be my best
You
one.
get what you get is essentially what Sean is telling you.
Sean saying it's another Monday. If I exceed it, I do.
If not,
knows?
oh well.
Then it's fine. But what I will say is today is kind of like a sad sandwich. The usual kind of Sean.
No.
That's the saddest
story
sandwich I can think
format.
of. Do you guys watch
cold ham and cheese? To me, is
That
the
is
saddest.
disgusting.
Fair. Do you guys watch the roll for sandwich on TikTok?
I do. He makes some
No.
unhinged stuff sometimes.
Yeah. It's Sienna and I's favorite. Like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we send it to each other and we watch it together and we try and guess whether he's going to rate the sandwich based on the ingredients that are in it.
John, do you have any
Oh.
idea what we're talking about?
I have no clue, but I am interested.
So there's a guy on TikTok who has like all the D&D dice. And then you know how there's numbers on each dice?
Yeah.
He'll like have sandwich options for each dice that he rolls.
Is it 20-sided?
They're different ingredients have different sided dice. So he'll do like a cheese section and he rolls like a 6-sided die. And then he does like a meat section or a main section. And that's like a 20-sided die, I think.
Yeah.
And so it's like
'cause that way you can
any-
put in the most amount.
Yeah, it's anything from like bacon to Spam to like peanut butter
Two
or
delicious
whatever.
things.
And then it's just a random
know about the peanut
concoction
butter.
at the end of it.
But then, yeah, sometimes he has like weird things in there that like would be normal depending on what sandwich you make. But then like if you mix it up, it could be terrible or it could be really good.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes he
it's
makes
cool
an
TikTok.
unhinged sandwich and he's like, this is one of the best things I've ever tried in my life. And you're like, I don't understand, but it sounds interesting. So
Josh still
very
hasn't
cool.
had like real ass Spam.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, we need to cook this
I'll
man
tell you
some
what.
Spam whenever we get together.
I'll tell you
The
what.
real way.
It looks
Juliet
gross.
makes some of the best Spam musubis.
Okay,
in
well
the
then
world.
I'm not gonna cook it because it's not gonna compare to Juliet's. But
Fair.
Her Spam musubi is like this should be Michelin star because it's that damn good.
God damn.
Josh, we're gonna make you try that someday, brother.
can you just bring Juliet with you and then she can like we can finally eat all the food that you eat during your fucking
If y'all want to know what it feels like to live like John,
She should start a cooking channel.
I have been roasted by Juliet before and I was like, this is crazy.
dude. When she roasts
This is
people,
fucking wild.
it cuts deep.
She roasts her food just as well as she roasts people. That's should be your
Yes.
tagline.
Maybe you could just bring Spam Masubis to Houston. Whatever.
I'll probably do because
Nice.
she hurts my feelings 10 out of 10 times of the day. So, but I love her to death. We are actually, guys, not too long from now, but we're gonna be celebrating our 10-year anniversary soon. So
Hey.
y'all better fucking give us more money so I can afford to buy her a gift. To her
Marriage or dating?
standards. Marriage.
Damn, let's go,
Yeah.
brother. 10 years
Hell
married.
yeah.
That's
Decade.
awesome.
Decade
All right,
almost.
clap,
brother.
but I'll do it again. It's worth it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. And she still hasn't divorced me, so I must be doing something.
You're doing
right.
Chalk it
something
up as a
right.
win.
That's a dub, baby.
All right. Now that we got all of the important stuff out of the way, like John's anniversary, pumped for that. Also,
And sandwich making.
And sandwich making, the real important stuff. John, for the anniversary, dude, you got to drop the Venmo for the 10-year anniversary.
Drop her Venmo.
We'll see. Because we want to go to New Zealand, so y'all better give me a lot.
Okay, well, people are going to give you what they give me, which is 11 cents, 1 cent, 10 cents.
What's more
here
important,
and
a
there.
bachelor party or a guaranteed celebration?
Whoa.
A meme bachelor party, okay? It's a meme at this point.
But let's get into today's menu, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right, we got from r/nice guys from user Disney Can't Stop Me, aka a goat. We have a medical professional abuses their access.
Ooh, HIPAA.
Yeah. Jail.
Next, and this is the beginning of the sad sandwich. Trigger warnings right off the bat for war and terrorism. This was a personal story posted on our own subreddit, Reddit on Wiki, from top ground score 3827, titled "Two Missiles Just Hit My City."
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
And then another personal story from Reddit on Wiki from Rock Rose 14. The end of the sad sandwich is boyfriends, friends, and family can't stop gaslighting us.
Oh.
Another personal sad story. But then we pick it back up with some easy dunks to end the episode. We have from r/facepalm from Shutterbug Owl, another goat.
Goat.
Actually, these next two stories are by Shutterbug Owl.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Back to
from
back, baby.
back to
climbing up the
back.
ranks.
We have from r/facepalm a surprising edition of Not How Guys Work.
Oh.
Ooh,
We are
okay.
experts on this. So we can actually, finally talk about it.
We have an opinion, guys. That matters.
And then also from Shutterbug Owl, from r/Not How Girls Work,
Ooh.
yet another incel with zero knowledge and empathy.
Okay. Well, I think we're experts on incels at this point. So.
At this point, you would think.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, you'd be proud of the Wikimaniacs last episode when you had to take a break because of your neckbeard voice. They're like, hey, Sean doesn't have to do it if it physically hurts them. They're really concerned about you,
I
bro.
appreciate it, guys. That's so kind of you guys.
It's so sweet.
It do be hurting sometimes. I may take a break. So I'm
Not
glad
allowed,
that I have
Sean.
your
You
blessing.
signed contract.
Because Josh yells at me if I don't do it, guys. He yells.
The lecture is strong right after.
No,
it's a
I-
reprimand.
I truly don't care.
I have to keep record, and I have to be the mediator as the HR of the group. Like, you didn't get yelled
That's
at.
definitely not true.
He's on the pip, guys. He's on a performance plan, Sean is.
Oh.
Goodness. And then if you're a patron for the first time ever, we have a bonus story. This comes from another subreddit, but it was screenshot, so I don't know which subreddit. So I'll just say our subreddit. r/Reddit on
Nice.
Wiki from Phoebe the Fan, another goat.
Oh, damn.
Yup.
They post, a boyfriend tries to prove that his girlfriend doesn't need makeup.
Okay.
That could go two different ways.
It could be.
And it goes
It
the
could
way
be
you
holes.
think it does.
No.
Like horrible. Okay.
I figured it
goddamn.
would if it's on the
If it's on a Monday.
If it's too
Yeah.
wholesome, no one gives a shit about that.
That's
People
not true
did like the
always.
last wholesome
Ah,
one.
true.
Yeah.
The Pride one was great
Yes.
with
That was great.
Mama Lynn.
That one popped off. I think
I'm a
that might have been
win.
partially because how you read it. But
I would say that played a huge part. That was
yeah,
The natural
That was
southern
beautifully.
drawl of Mama Deb spoke through me.
came out. Yeah, it was beautiful.
All right, well, that's the menu for today. So why don't we hop into the first story, boys? From r/nice guys from Disney Can't Stop Me, we have a medical professional abuses their powers.
Don't love that.
All
I have
right.
a feeling what this is.
Would you guys like to participate?
Sure.
Well, Josh just did. He just recorded
I'll
Friday. A little
participate
peek
with you,
behind
bro.
the screen. So it'll be me and John.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll do
You
the
just
next one
spoke
if
for
there's
like an
another-
hour and a half.
If there's another one, I'll do it after.
Do you want to be the neck beard or the not neck beard?
I'll do the neckbeard one, and I'll try to voice, see if I can do it. So if you need help, back up. I got
believe
you.
in you.
Good afternoon.
Oh,
I'm blank. I was the LVN who handled your screening and had the pleasure of asking you all the fun and awkward questions. Fingers crossed you remembered me.
Jesus.
What is that voice?
I don't know. I have a lump in my throat right now, so like it's just mucus.
It's just whatever
at this
comes
point.
out.
It's whatever. I've been backed up lately. That's why I've been coughing on the side.
If you don't mind, right before you read it, I'll read the times because this is pretty you heavy.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that first message was sent at 1:59 p.m.
Oh,
Okay.
156 was the
message-
first one.
Yeah, that first one. The second message is sent at 2:01 p.m.
It's like it. Okay.
Wait, no, the first message was sent 156. The second one's 159.
Oh, I'm tripping. I did not scroll up. The first one was posted or was sent at 1:56, and then this one that John's about to read was sent 3 minutes later at 1:59.
Okay. And this is the doctor messaging this person.
This is a LVN.
LVN.
I had to Google, and that's
Right.
pretty much like I think
Nurse.
a nurse's assistant. It's
Gotcha.
like the assistant to the RN.
Oh, nurse assistant. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. I understand this is unconventional, and please understand I normally wouldn't do this, but I really felt a connection chatting with you today.
Bad.
I love the beautiful, independent, sexually confident female energy you were giving me. Quite frankly, it was intoxicating.
Oh, how did he
2
get his
minutes.
number?
This does hurt.
Yeah, it hurts after a while.
I mean, you're doing a wildly more like deep
Gritty.
voice than Sean does. How did he get her number, or is that part of the story
I think
here?
that's part of the
That's why
patient
it's
access.
okay.
That's why it's
Sorry.
HIPAA, bro. He got his
Gotcha.
personal info.
Oh,
And this one was sent 2 minutes later at 2:01. So you can imagine my delight when your chart said you were single.
Bad.
God.
Illegal.
Right then, I knew I had to shoot my shot. If you're half as cool as I think, we're gonna vibe really well. Physically and otherwise. Devil emoji.
Jesus.
Physically going into a shell right now. Like just caving it on myself. Oh, this is cringe as fuck.
Bad. It's bad, illegal,
Yeah.
so gross, so creepy.
47 minutes later at 2:48
Oh
p.m.
my God.
I'm a pretty patient guy, but the one thing that I don't tolerate is being ignored. I'm sticking my neck out pretty far for you, so I would appreciate some sort of prompt response one way or the other.
This nurse really said, I've got patience, but I don't have patience.
There it is.
Yeah.
I like that. Someone
I
had
like
to
it.
do the puns
I'm
while
filling
I'm
in
doing
for
this
you,
shit.
John. Filling in for you, baby.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you, brother.
Bars.
3:11. Try to do something romantic, and this is the result. It's a real shame, too. I would have treated you like a princess. I thought you'd be different, but it seems like common courtesy is asking too much of you. I need water.
13 minutes later, the response from the patient, all caps, "It's not romantic, you creepy fucking degenerate.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy the unemployment line because I am 100% sending these to your supervisors and superiors.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
ever contact me again."
Sent at 3:31 p.m. Pro tip, maybe don't threaten someone's livelihood when they have access to your information.
Oh,
Just saying, they might fuck around and lash out.
God.
Kanye shrug emoji.
Jeez. I love when they're like, I would treat you like a princess unless you do something I don't like. Then I will threaten you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single time.
So quickly off the fucking
Deep
handle.
end. Well, I mean, it was
Yeah.
already off the handle, to be fair.
Well, to start, yeah.
yeah.
But like you said, it went from like, "Oh, I'll treat you so good," to like less than an hour later being like, "I will fuck your life up." Like,
yeah.
That is
Whoa.
unhinged.
Yeah.
Also, P.S. I will never do that voice again. That shit hurts. I applaud you, Sean.
Thank you, John, for your sacrifice.
Well done, John. Well done.
Oh, it hurts.
Voice is tough.
It hurts so much. I can't even grow a neck beard, guys.
This is like definitely report this, and I hope he gets fired because that is
And jail.
and
Jail.
well, yeah, exactly. Because
Threats.
that's so fucking crazy. Threats, and then also like he does have your personal information, which is very scary.
Yeah.
I hope he
Home address,
phone number.
birthday.
At least a
Last name.
restraining order, at least.
Do they have to know that you're single? That's weird.
That is weird that that's on the chart, right? Like, like
that's
married
true.
or single is what it is probably. So she might not even be single.
She might have a
just
boyfriend
not
or
be
something.
married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fucking unhinged. Jeez.
Yeah, just an abuse of power. Another example of power dynamics being fucking abused. All right, guys. Trigger warning: war, violence, terrorism. I'm not really sure what else technically, but that's kind of the overall vibe of this next story. This was a personal story written on our own subreddit.
Oh, this is a listener.
This is listener submitted
okay.
personal story.
Damn.
And it was one of the most upvoted posts on our subreddit, and kind of just a reminder, just because, world issues stop trending wherever you are doesn't mean that they are over. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a rude awakening for me too. So I'm sure it'll, I don't know. I thought it was important to share.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So this is a personal story from top ground score 3827, titled "Two Missiles Hit My City." I woke up 2 hours ago from the loudest and scariest noise that I've ever heard in my life. I knew exactly what this was, as I live in Ukraine, but I had never had this experience until now. I looked out of my window and there it was, the kind of cloud that we all know. I hid with my significant other in the toilet, waiting for the alarm to be over. 20 minutes later, another bang and the second cloud in the air. It was in the same place as the first one, near the city center. We now know that a student dormitory has been damaged and that there were wounded people and that a fire broke out. I am very numb right now, but I know that this will seriously fuck with my mental health. I am already too jumpy with the slightest sounds. I don't want my significant other to go to his office because I'll be so fucking worried for him every single time. I fucking hate this. I hate our attackers. I hate what they're doing to our country. I hate what they're doing to the country that I love. More information. My city is Lviv, and the missiles hit at 2:50 a.m. and 3:06 a.m.
Jeez.
That's awful.
Update. First of all, I want to thank all of you so much for your kindness and support. It means more than you can imagine. There were some very insensitive assholes too, but really the kindness of all of the rest of you outnumbered their assholeness. Thank you so much. I have no one to talk to about this situation, as I have no contact with half of my family, and I didn't want to worry about the rest of my family and friends, so I feel much better thanks to you all. A question that I've been asked a few times is, why don't I leave? I don't want to.
How?
This
Yeah.
is my home, and I love my home. My life is here, and more importantly, so is my significant other. He's unable to leave because of martial law, and I'm not going to leave him. I prefer to die with him by a missile attack than to be somewhere out of Ukraine and suffer by not knowing how he is or what is happening. I've been through that during the first few months of the war, not by choice, but I just happened to be out of Ukraine for visa reasons when the war started, and then I couldn't have my passport back and return for a while until the embassy reopened. And it was some of the worst few months of my life, and I'm not doing that again. After the initial shock and terror, I have just become numb. I went on with my day as normal, worked and did everything, ran errands outside of the house without feeling any anxiety like I normally would before even experiencing 2 freaking rockets falling in the heart of my hometown. It's 23:10, so 11:10 p.m. right now. I'm getting ready for another night and I feel nothing. No fear, no anxiety. I'm just ready for the next missile attack that will wake me up in my sleep as a part of what my reality is now. This is so strange. I've never been like this before. I'm usually such an anxious person, so emotional and upset whenever I hear about such attacks in other places in Ukraine. I'd be so sad and so full of rage and heartbroken, but now I'm just calm and distant from it. I think this is too fucking close to home, and I have kind of just disassociated from it so that I can cope. I have no clue what's going on with me mentally, and that this is all I could write for now. Thank you all again for making me feel a little less alone.
Oof.
Whew. This one is heavy.
Yeah, I want to say that I don't like. What is there to say? Like,
There's not really much to say.
yeah, like it's awful, and I'm like sorry that this is happening to your country. Like it is unnecessary and just horrible what's happening over there. I hope like nothing but the best for you and your family and your city and Ukraine as a whole, but it's awful.
Yeah. I do hope there's only like, I guess, I've luckily I haven't been exposed to that type of like environment. However, I did have to train up to deal with those types of like attacks and what to do and like how to respond to certain things. And even simulations alone, like I still think about them a lot. And I can't imagine what it's like in a real life scenario. I sympathize with you 100%. And what Josh said, like I feel for your country. It's so hard to leave everything behind, especially when it is done by people who willy-nilly just fucking, do whatever they please because they have the power and they have to do that. And that's completely fucked up.
Yeah. And I hate people when they're just like, just move. It's like,
you can't do that.
Like,
yeah.
Have you like people just think about it for yourself for a second. You live in a place that you love, presumably, and that you would never want to leave. And imagine just having to be like someone just telling
invaders.
You to move.
Yeah.
And it's like, just think about it for a second. Like this is their home. This is where they grew up or they live. They have family, friends, work. And like just telling someone to move is like, just so it undermines everything about who a person is. It's so just, I don't know if it's like, I don't know what the right term is, but it's just it's not possible and not.
It's not, and it's not feasible at a point, you know what I mean? So, one hope I do have is like, first off, like, thank you for writing this. It's such a sensitive subject, and you probably spoke for like the millions of people that are going through the same thing as you, who probably couldn't, put it into words of like what they're going through because they're just in a complete shock at this point. I'm sorry that there's people in our subreddit that possibly added to that stress that you have.
Yeah, fuck those people.
Fuck them. They're ignorant as shit. But I do hope the people that did give you positive impact gave you a little bit of hope. And that's all that we can ask for. My only request for you is please keep writing to us, whether if it's just little updates here and there, or if it's something that to keep your mind off of things. Please use this platform. It's a safe space. If you want to write to us personally and send it to us just to let us know that you're okay, we're more than happy to receive that. But thank you for being vulnerable. And like I said, that you probably encourage more people to like speak up in this and give their perspective so the world will know like the true atrocities that's happening because of some people's hunger for power.
Yeah. And I hope it makes people like, this is a whole different like side of it, but I hope it makes people think more heavily on like going to war and stuff like that. Like there are real people involved and it has real life effect on people. And
yeah.
So, some people are just so ready to like push the button to go to war. And it's just like, no, you gotta like, it affects so many fucking people. It's fucked up.
And war is usually waged by few individuals and millions of people are just pawns. And that's unfortunate. And it should never be that way.
Yeah. I really, the guy said it all. And I said it from the top. I just thought, while we do have a decent amount of, eyes on what we do here, I think it's important to share things like this in similar situations to really put into light, like just because we're not hearing about it on the news or just because they're trying to fucking tell you about a submarine of rich people and how that's the tragedy now. Things like this are happening every day,
continuously,
all across the world. Agreed. Continuously, and we don't hear about it, at least where we're at. So it's kind of a reminder to, things, just because you're not hearing about it doesn't mean it's not happening. And still, bring awareness and fight for the causes that need help fighting for. So, yeah, like John said, I would love if you could continue to write in and give us some updates on just how you've been, or if, like John said, if writing on the subreddit, gives you some peace and a little bit of happiness. I'm ecstatic that our subreddit can do that for you. I'm so happy that you felt like this was a safe space, and that for the most part you were met with positive feedback. And I know our moderators work very hard at
Thank you,
eliminating
so
all of
Yeah.
the negativity, or like the fucking people that find our sub and try to ruin our community. So thank you to the moderators for making this place a safe enough place for people to feel vulnerable to post this. It feels helpless reading this, and yeah, I don't know. It is important for people to know.
Yeah, because it is hard to like grasp. Like you hear the numbers and the reports come in from Ukraine. Like I listen to the Daily, which does a lot of Ukraine stuff. But even then, it's like it's very hard to understand properly, because we've lived. I personally have lived a very privileged life where I've never known like a war zone, or like no one in my family has, and it's just it is important to hear these stories because it does ground it in reality rather than just numbers and headlines and stuff like that. So if nothing else, I do appreciate like hearing the personal perspective of it.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. Like, I think like as like North Americans, I want to say privilege is like a perfect word for it, because we enjoy all these freedoms, and a lot of times, yes, we do have like personal problems and like all these other stuff, but for the most part, like our problems are like, I'm not saying it not as heavy, but for some people that this is their reality. It's a war-torn nation, and they question their morality every single day. Like 2 a.m. you're like twitchy because you don't know if another thing's gonna pop off, and it's just you're right, Josh. It is a big reminder that this is happening all over the world, and just because the media doesn't highlight it doesn't mean it's not a reality for some. So thank you for bringing that up, Sean. I do appreciate that different perspective.
Yeah, thank you again for writing that your personal story on that. Means a lot to us.
Oh man.
Sorry, I did warn everybody that it was going to be like this.
Yeah.
So we'll hit a quick break, grab some water, or do what you need to do. But thank you for sticking around.
Man, how long have we been recording? I still have to cook after this, and I'm very much not looking forward to that. These Reddit stories drain the life out of me sometimes.
Bro, have you heard of Factor?
Like in math?
Oh, buddy, Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit.
Do tell.
Well, we all live a busy life, but with Factor, we get to skip time-consuming trips to the store or meal planning. Factor delivers meals that are fresh, never frozen, and all you have to do is heat it up for a couple minutes and bam, a delicious meal waiting for you. No prep, no chopping, and minimal cleaning up after.
What type of meals are we talking about here? I'm going to need some details, my guy.
Factor has over 34 weekly restaurant quality options. You got bruschetta shrimp risotto, green goddess chicken, and grilled steakhouse filet mignon, just to name a few. Again, the best fire, my brother, all within a few minutes, and there's little to no effort needed.
Well, that definitely beats the granola bar I do be eating right before we hop on. Where do I order Factor?
You can head to factormeals.com/wiki50 and use code wiki50 to get 50% off. That's code wiki50 at factormeals.com/wiki50 to get 50% off.
Let me repeat this again just to make sure I heard it right. We got to head to factormeals.com/wiki50 and use code wiki50 to get 50% off.
Perfection. Thank you to Factor for supporting the show.
And we are back. Gave you
The
guys a
heavy
warning
part
up
to
top.
put an ad in.
Yeah,
Can't say that.
yeah.
I don't
Watch the
feel
ad
great
be all
about
happy
that
and
ad.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys.
But it's
We don't have
the
control sometimes.
Yeah.
the show's got to be a little bit of a roller coaster.
We
a little.
definitely
It can't-
needed a break after that.
It can't
one,
be
for
all
sure.
sad. It can't be all happy.
Yeah.
And then we're about to get into the last sad story of the day. Another personal listener sent story posted on our subreddit. This is posted by Rock Rose 14, and this is my boyfriend's friends and family can't stop gaslighting us.
Oh,
I
that's not good.
This one's a rather long one, but the last two stories that I have are kind of short, so
okay.
it all evens out.
No idea where this is going to go.
Same.
Only one way to find out, boys.
Reading.
Reading. My boyfriend, 24-year-old male, and I, 27-year-old female.
Under 25.
Yeah. I will say this.
The quick maths really is like,
Okay.
wait.
They put in parentheses, age gap is 2.5 years in case someone is wondering. I think that's targeted at me.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's only you, bro.
But I will say this. I think the 25 rule is not black and white. I feel like this is fine.
Yes. It was
This is
so funny
okay.
because there's a lot of like YouTube comments being like, "Oh, my husband and I were like, I was definitely, or he was definitely under 25, or I was definitely under 25, but it was like a few years." And they're like, "Sean's rule, we broke it," but it's not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Know that it's mostly in jest, guys. Every
Yeah.
couple is different. But I will say there's a 90% chance that someone...
Hey, you have to really specify that because sometimes people be saying like what we say is bond and like it has to be
it's not.
followed.
It's not, guys.
Yeah.
We're
again,
idiots.
The premise of this whole show is that we're just three idiots talking. We're not
Stumbling
licensed
through the dark.
therapists. Yeah, we're yeah. We don't claim to be anything but.
yeah.
But yeah, the age gap, this is fine. 2.5 years is fine. There's nuance to the 25.
I like that they put it in though. That's good.
Yeah, I was like, if someone is wondering, I felt like, whoa, I feel like
If
that's directly at me.
SCHON.
There it is. God damn it.
Sean feels
Schwan.
seen right now.
God damn it. Anyways, our relationship thus far has been great. He is kind, caring, funny, clever, and an amazing person to be with. We dance ballroom together, and
Hey.
he got me into gaming, which we also do together. And we've been living together for some months now. So kudos.
Nice.
Sounds like it's been going
Hell yeah.
pretty good. At the beginning of our relationship, my boyfriend, let's call him Nick, introduced me to his rather large friend group and his family. Things were great. I was welcomed in with open arms, and we spent a majority of our time in the presence of his friends and some of his family. His friends would often comment on how Nick and I were such a great match and how they loved seeing him so happy.
Hey.
I had become very close with the core of the group, with regular sleepover parties and plenty of inside jokes.
And that's the end of the story. Everyone was happy.
I wish.
But wait,
Damn
there's more.
There's more, unfortunately.
It's the true crime part.
Yeah. The black
Until
and
it
white.
Everything was
wasn't.
fine until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
Damn it.
Here's the quote. After a few months, however, things started to change.
There it
And
is.
the black and white. There it is.
Ooh, shit.
His friends, who coincidentally were also his cousins, started to accuse us, but mostly me, of stirring the pot and trying to break up some of the couples in the friend groups and overall just being negative.
What?
They didn't tell us. They said all of this thing. They said all of this behind of our. I can't read. Where's the fucking?
Oh, wait.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck them kids first. I pressed on how to read.
Fuck them. I don't know how to read. Okay, I'll try that one back. One back. What the? I'll try that one back.
I don't know how to talk.
Me. I don't know how to talk.
Josh, you should make that the button for you.
I have to, yeah. You're right.
They didn't tell us. They said all of this behind our backs. They started to get cold and distant to me at first, but later they got cold and distant to Nick as well. Nick is the kind of person that would walk through fire for his loved one. He rarely complains and is often the life of the party. That quickly started to fade away when his friends wouldn't even so much as greet him when he would enter the room. I kept asking over months if there was something wrong, if something had happened, or if I/we did anything wrong. And the answer was always something along the lines of, no, nothing is wrong. It's all in your head. So I would drop it and try to have fun despite my concerns. Nick and I would often talk about the parties/gatherings that we had attended on our way back home. I made sure that I didn't express any negative remarks about his friends or family, and to make sure that he had the chance to focus on the positive. But more and more often, he would start saying that he felt left out and that his friends would act distant and they never explained why. At a party a few months ago, Nick was asked to step outside to have a conversation with the core of his group. They started saying that he had changed and that he had become very negative, and basically that he should no longer express his opinion and that I had changed him for the worst.
What?
Nick was flabbergasted, but they talked it out and we thought that was the end of it. Side note, Nick wasn't used to being heard or seen, and he would very rarely express his boundaries, his needs, his opinions, or his wants. He and I created a safe space for him where he would be able to practice all of that because his thoughts and feelings matter.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, because
that's
with
really
friends
great.
like that, who needs enemies, right?
True.
But he wouldn't be negative. He would just say no if something would cross his boundaries. He was
Okay.
so proud of his growth, and he felt so safe with me, my friends, and my family, where he was encouraged to be his fullest self. So yes, he did change, but I don't think that this change was a bad thing.
Yeah, it sounds like he's.
It sounds like-
you know.
Personal healthy growth.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, there's some growth involved in that, and that sounds like a positive thing.
Yeah.
Right? 3 weeks after the conversation at the party, things seemed to blow up. Nick got the cold shoulder again, and no one explained to him why. He didn't understand what he had done wrong since the last conversation ended well, but then he got the explanation. Nick and I, according to them, allegedly tried to break up couples. I would have turned him against his own friends, and he was, quote, no longer fun, end quote, according to them. Nick was shocked and heartbroken since we had never tried to break any of the other couples up. Why would we ever want to do such a thing?
Yeah.
His cousin told him that I had manipulated everything and that Nick was being manipulated by me. Again, I didn't do anything of the sort. If anything, I had stayed up all night to help one of the couples resolve some of their ongoing issues. I had reminded them the entire night that they loved each other and that this was just a miscommunication which could be solved by listening to one another. But apparently,
Listening.
this apparently that was a manipulation tactic to get them to turn on each other.
Really?
Oh, so the one partner was probably like, hey, listen to me. And the other one was like, fuck you.
And then
These cousins.
I'm guessing it
are
was the
weird.
cousin that was like, fuck you, and then
Yeah.
told all the other cousins, like, can you believe? I'm just assuming here.
She's trying to
'cause
make me,
all of
my
this
girlfriend,
makes,
listen to me. Or maybe
yeah, all
listen to
of
my
this
girlfriend.
makes such little sense.
Seems like a healthy advice to me. I don't know.
Story continues. I swear this is as bizarre as it sounds. I'm still dumbfounded. This and a lot more were thrown in Nick's face. So after that night, Nick had decided that he wanted to cut all ties with his friends since he felt like he was no longer allowed to express himself. I told him he should at least talk to them and give them the chance to resolve this matter since they had been his friends for so long. It took some time, but we mended what was broken with his friends and agreed on keeping some subjects out of the conversation, and we thought that this would be the end of all of it.
But wait, there's more.
But no. Nick's cousins and sister started stirring the pot and told horrible and untrue things about me to his parents, which in
Jesus.
turn caused a lot of friction.
I like how they're like, she's trying to break up our relationship, or like our relationship, and then they continue to try and break up your relationship. Like, the
Exactly.
fucking hypocrisy.
Right.
Jesus.
His cousins had told Nick's parents that I had said something very horrible about his sister, and now his parents are apparently very angry with me. Nick found out when he went by his parents for a cup of tea today. Nick defended me to his parents, explaining how he was present at the time and how he never heard me say such horrible things at all. But his parents, especially his father, would not let it go and started to add small frustrations to make me look like I was horrible and selfish. Little things like making people wait for 5 minutes while I got a snack, or not being present at breakfast, which I was. I sat across from him.
The snack thing? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what is that about?
Is that like when Sean goes to pee and we have to wait 5 minutes?
Wait 5 minutes.
Whoa, I'm not doing 5-minute pees. Huh?
That's pretty asshole
running,
for
guys.
that.
Yeah, it's closer to 10. It's closer to 10 if we're being honest.
Peek behind the scenes, guys. Pee breaks all the time.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pee breaks.
We're
We need
gaslighting
a
Sean now.
We need to unionize against
like,
Sean's pee breaks.
I'm seriously questioning myself. I'm like, I'm running. There's
No.
clips of me running out of this room.
And I've deleted all of them.
Conveniently deleted, I was going to say.
Wow. Nick was furious about all of this, but he calmly defended me and came back home where he told me all about this conversation. He then added that he wants to go no contact with his family now, especially his cousins, because he was done with them trying to find ways to make me the villain when I didn't do any of what I was accused of. I told him maybe reconsider because it is his family, but he said he is done. This situation is a summary of some of the things that have happened in the last year. There's a lot more nuance to it, but to add that would be to write a whole book. The worst part
Maybe
is
you
that
should sell it for 100,000.
yeah, sell that shit. The worst part is that his friend group will get wind of all of this as well, meaning that all the mending of the past few months might have been for nothing, as they might be inclined to just pick a side instead of going after the facts. I am so torn. I don't want Nick to be apart from his friends and family. He said this was going to happen whether I was in the picture or not, since he thinks his personal growth would eventually set this off anyways. He also said they did this exact same thing with his ex.
Oh.
I honestly don't know what to do anymore. I have tried integrating, changing, and adapting. I have become quiet in the presence of his friends and family, while I am normally an outgoing and social person. But I am afraid that I might say or do the wrong thing. Being myself was wrong. Adapting to the group was wrong. And I don't know what I could do to make it better, especially because I didn't do what they said I did in the first place. So, sorry for the long post and the fact that this is all over the place. I'm just feeling very stressed and anxious, and I hope someone can help me here, as I believe the Wikimaniacs might understand this. I'm honestly starting to doubt myself. I feel like I'm going insane. And then there's an update if you guys want to react before, or if you want
You
to
can do an update now so we can all do it in one sitting.
Okay.
Yeah,
update.
that sounds good.
Thanks, everybody, for the kind words and support. It means a lot to me. A lot of you said that there must be someone behind all of this, and both Nick and I think that might be the case, but whoever it is, they are cut off, and we're sure of that.
QAnon.
QAnon is... Yes. A lot of you also said that he is outgrowing his toxic environment and that I should support him. Don't worry. Of course, I will support him. Nick asked me not to reach out to any of his friends or family, so I haven't, and I won't. We agreed that if there's going to be any contact with the people involved, that it should be with Nick and not me, as he wants to keep me out of this and make sure that they can't get close again. For those of you who said he is changing for the better and breaking free of his toxic environment, I agree. I'm still coming to terms with the whole situation, but I will do my best to support him as well as I can. I've also decided that this has been enough drama for now, and we need some positivity to balance all of this out. So I will be taking him out to his favorite restaurant tomorrow so we can have some quality time away from the drama.
Hey,
Let's go.
If he's down, we'll go go-karting after dinner because he loves it and has been asking to do it again for a while now. I love Nick very much. He is an amazing person and deserves the best. I don't want us going crazy over this like his ex. And speaking of the ex, the situation was quite similar. She came into his life, everyone loved her for the first few months, and then things started to turn sour. They grew cold and distant and started accusing her of doing things that she hadn't done. She started to doubt herself, changed herself, and got so stressed out that it put a lot of strain on their relationship, eventually ending things. I don't know a lot more about this since he doesn't really want to talk about it a lot. This is most of what he explained to me when I asked him what he meant by saying they had done this to his ex too. Anyways, thanks again for all the comments, kind words, and encouragement. I have read every single comment, and I will try to respond as much as I can. You're all amazing Wikimaniacs.
Ooh.
Hey. Hell yeah,
I will say this
Wikimaniacs.
though. I feel like the Wikimaniacs has covered everything that we're probably going to end up saying anyways, because our community is so damn good. But I will just have this one little comment. I think you are absolutely the perfect person for Nick, because I think you mentioned earlier that this family has done this to this ex-girlfriend, and you were probably like that person who helped him push him to the top. Be like, hey, I don't need this shit in my life. And because you were so strong about it, you taught him like how to have a safe space, how to have an open line of communication. That gave him the strength to be like, hey, I'm done.
I don't need this shit.
I don't need this
Yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
that's not anything positive for me. And as someone who cuts people off, like it's no one's business because I don't fuck with them anymore. This is absolutely the move. I hope y'all have a happy and healthy relationship moving forward. Keep go-karting, taking favorite restaurants, maybe later on, maybe, but either way, in my opinion, I think Nick probably appreciates you so much because you freed him from that toxicity that he might have had to deal with for years to come had you not been around. So shout out to you, OP.
Yeah. So John built you up, which I think 100% I agree with everything John said. I
sure.
would build Nick up. Hell yeah, to Nick for standing up and for growing and standing up for you and not falling for the bullshit. Because like he's in this toxic environment. A lot of people in his shoes would relapse and be like, oh yeah, maybe my girlfriend is the problem, and then but it sounds like he's doing the right thing. He's standing by you and going no contact going forward, which is awesome. So we'd love to see that growth. I do feel bad for the ex though. I know you didn't mean to, but
Yes.
you called her crazy. I don't think she was crazy. I think she just was in the same
She
situation.
was a product of the environment. you know what I mean? Like,
So-
and it
did
seems
I
like
call
the
her crazy?
environment was crazy.
Oh, the story
Uh,
said crazy?
I think the story said crazy, but
Oh,
which I know you
yeah.
did not mean, OP. So
Yeah,
that's
not that
totally
way.
okay. But I do feel bad for her. Just being in that
Because
put
she
in
went
that
through the same
situation as
shit,
well.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And maybe wasn't as mentally as strong as you, and maybe Nick
Built
wasn't
differently, OP.
well, and maybe
built
Nick wasn't
different.
in the right spot either. So
Mhm.
she maybe got more shit. You know what I mean? So unfortunate for her as well. But I'm glad you guys are thriving and go karting and
Hell yeah.
just cut toxic people out. You don't need that shit.
You guys said everything. Yeah. Both Nick, both OP. You guys are fucking rocking it. Despite, him wanting to, go no contact and cut everybody off. Like you were still supportive in the fact that you were like, all right, let's make sure we're not doing this just like irrationally. Let's really think about it and make sure that this is what we want to do together as a group.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm not like influencing you in any sort of way. You were just fucking down and supportive the whole time. And likewise with Nick, he fucking every time
Shout
he
out to
came up
Nick.
and rose to the occasion. We've read so many stories where that doesn't fucking happen. They fucking
Yeah.
are like, my mom's mad at you, so I'm mad at you. So many stories like that. So it's kudos to the both of you for being strong in this shitty situation. Like the boy said, we hope you're go-karting and enjoying life together. So kudos to you. Thank you for writing in. Glad that we could be a safe space for you to write in.
You've heard of Surfshark VPN from countless YouTube videos, and there's a good reason why. Are you tired of being social engineered to buy things you don't need? Or are you tired of your favorite websites being blocked because of your location? Because if you are, Surfshark can keep your browsing secure and it encrypts your online data. So even if you're not connected to public Wi-Fi, browsing the next story for you to cross-post for our next episode, best believe you have some protection. Too long didn't listen, Surfshark can keep your online presence safe. Anonymity. Words are hard, people. Wikimaniacs, if you spend way too much time on the internet finding crazy stories, or if you're like me, spending way too much time on, we have the perfect deal just for you. Enter promo code WIKI and find our links on our description to get extra 3 months free. Again, promo code WIKI to get an extra 3 months free. Thank you, Surfshark, for supporting our show.
Time to move on to some easy dunks. John, before we do,
So Juliet dropped me off food again. I probably cut off a little earlier, but she made homemade chicken longanisa,
Damn.
and then lumpia, a fried egg, and garlic rice with homemade vinegar, pepper, and onion dipping sauce.
Damn.
Wait, so she made sausage?
What?
Isn't longanisa like a type of sausage?
Oh, I'm sorry, tocino.
Oh, okay. I
What's
was like,
she made
God
tocino?
damn, y'all-
Lumpia? Lumpia is like the Filipino egg roll.
Oh.
It's like the staple food.
That's probably
It's
like
there's
the
no food-
most
there-
Filipino, like the most
popular,
famous
yeah.
Filipino food. Besides maybe like
Oh.
adobo. Adobo's pretty popular.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, you're good, bro.
Uh,
I know we got a lot of Filipino Wikimaniacs. She said she didn't have any food coloring. That's why the tocino is not red as it should be.
gasp.
Also, if you're trying to come at Juliet's cooking in the comments. Oh,
If you're
not
trying
like
to what?
that.
Hey, yo, pause.
That's John's
Wait,
wife's
not
food
what I
you're
meant.
talking about.
Wait a minute.
I mean, like, go at, like, be mad at. Yeah.
I don't think anyone is. Everyone's always hypes up
Yeah.
Juliet's
Okay,
food.
good.
So.
John just
I will
mentioned the
find you.
red food coloring, and I was like, nobody's going to call her out for that.
No.
Otherwise,
No.
you're fucking, I don't know how, but we'll block you from listening to the show somehow.
I will find you. I have my ways.
block the
Actually,
IP.
Julia will find you herself,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, she scares me a lot.
All right, but let's get into these next two stories, both posted by Shutterbug Owl.
Hey.
And these are both editions of Not How Guys Work / Not How Girls Work.
Oh, we're playing
So-
both sides.
We're playing both sides, so we always end up on top.
I like it.
Nice.
All right, here we go. This one is gonna make you mad.
Okay.
This is Not How Boys Work.
Okay.
Somebody posted a stat that said before they turn 18, 1 in 6 boys experience some form of sexual abuse, and 1 in 4 girls experience some form of sexual abuse. So just highlighting how
Okay.
common it is. Somebody wrote, here we go. Time to be mad. Somebody wrote, except for the fact that boys don't experience, quote, some form of sexual abuse, end quote, ever. And that all apparent cases of male sexual abuse are always from people who lack any understanding of the definition of such terms. Sexual abuse involves mental trauma, and males do not experience mental trauma as they are incapable of doing so.
No. What the fuck? No.
Well,
Ben, what?
Yeah,
well, this guy has
this is
incapable of having any brain capacity. Holy shit,
Holy
you couldn't
fuck.
be any more wrong.
This is like, like when people try to prove so hard that they're not racist, that they end up being racist.
Being
This
really
is somebody that's
racist,
trying
yes.
to prove so hard that they're like a feminist, so much so that they're just
It's
like,
a femcel.
yeah.
Well, it might not
Which
be a
I-
woman.
Well, it has. What's the woman's? I don't know what this was posted on, but next to the username is a circle with a plus sign underneath.
The symbol for female or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what social media shows what gender you are, but
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. I don't know.
Anyway,
It could be a man or a woman or a non-binary. I'm not sure who wrote this, but it's absolutely so
Wrong.
incredibly wrong.
Yeah, listen, I'm all for hating on men when they deserve it. I mean, that's majority of the show.
The basis
Hey, man.
of the show.
These hands are rated E for everyone, baby. Y'all can get it. All
We're
of you.
talking about child abuse, and
Yup.
that's absolutely something men can experience as well.
And this is another reason why men refuse to even seek help, because they demonize that it can't happen. It can never happen to men. That's why we end up with having some like fucked up dudes like just walking around because y'all scared them to death that like just because you experience something that you can't talk about it or you can't resolve it because apparently it never happened. Like, dude.
Yeah,
That's not how
I
it
will
works.
say that mentality is from a misogynistic. Like it's a lot of men that push men
Facts.
down.
Yeah.
So just to clear it, that it's not women that are doing that mostly. It's a society of men that have been like, oh, don't cry, don't
'Cause
admit your
it's
weakness
weak.
because you're not an
Yeah.
alpha if you do that. And it's like that's fucking bullshit. It's way stronger to like own up to the fact that you need help. Like that is way harder
Facts.
than just shoving your shit down and then becoming the next abuser. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yeah.
sorry, you weren't. I don't think you were done yet.
No, not yet. But yeah,
You're right, I
I agree
was
with you
bad.
guys. People are
Yeah.
people. Like,
Yeah. Everyone
Everything
experiences
that-
emotion.
yeah, emotion is not gendered, guys.
No.
It's absolutely wild that anybody could think this. But to continue, males cannot experience emotions such as remorse and generosity, and therefore the term sexual abuse does not apply to men. There should be another term that does apply to men, but I have been unable to locate such a term
Because it's not
It doesn't
existing.
exist.
because it's fucking abuse. It's
Yeah.
mental trauma.
Yeah.
It's
It's the same.
it's the same exact. Yeah, like trauma comes to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everyone experiences trauma to some degree. Whether you live a privileged life or not, whether you're male or female or anything in between, everyone has trauma, and it's telling people that they don't is fucking ridiculous.
Asinine. Crazy.
Asinine. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
Good
word for you, Sean.
Thesaurus.
Yeah. For me, I usually don't.
Whoa.
For the show, I guess I should have said.
Catching strays for no
damn.
reason.
I'll never
Tell
say
us how
anything
you
smart
really feel,
again.
Josh.
That's
Last
not what
time I
meant.
ever tried.
I meant for the show, but
Interesting.
Coming from you, ass. All right. And then we'll finish it. We can't.
Oh, that was
dunk-
it.
Yeah.
okay, good. Well, not good. That's super
Terrible.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm sure this person got roasted wherever they are. Definitely on our subreddit and definitely on Facepalm.
Yeah. I want them to go up to a child that has been sexually assaulted and tell them that they haven't. Like, do it in real life. Like, instead of behind a screen, you piece of shit. Just
Hey,
Internet warriors.
This is just a call out, fellas. If you hear nothing else or learn nothing else from this damn story, if you're feeling some type of way about anything, if you don't know how to handle your emotions, if you went through something traumatic that you want to talk to someone about it, talk to someone about it. It doesn't make you weak. It's like
No.
fuck the societal norms that people taught you about being macho or being as a man. Your mental health is important. And if you don't take care of that shit, you're going to lash out on the next person and they don't deserve that. So
Yeah.
make sure your mentals are right. As Marshawn Lynch says, take care of your chickens, baby, because
Take care of those chickens.
yeah.
that's all you got.
I will say these people do exist because I've seen it even in our comments where there's a story about, a guy who fucks up, but is not like the worst person in the world. And we show some sympathy and they're just like, no, fuck this guy. It's like, all right. They're like, they're a person. We don't have to roast every single
Yeah.
person that does something where they just like
Slightly
make a
wrong.
mistake or are not malicious in their intent. There's a gray area of people who just make mistakes and are redeemable. There are
If you
the
feel strongly about it, make your own goddamn podcast.
there you go. Yeah,
there.
go ahead.
Just because you were an asshole once doesn't mean you're always an asshole.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like we
everyone
said
is-
in two episodes
That's
or
me.
last Friday's episode, people could change.
yeah,
I
that-
changed.
Or
Holy
if you
shit.
watch
People changed, yeah.
fucking Tim Robinson, I've been really into that show. I think I've mentioned it
Such a
before.
good show.
He has a whole skit where he was like, people change. I used to be, what is it? So shitty or something like that. I used to have slick back hair. And they were like, your hair's slick back now. And he was like, this is pushback. This is pushback. You think this is slick?
Oh, is that the one where they're like, we used to
The
eat
sloppy steaks. We used to eat sloppy steaks.
It's just them
Such-
pouring water on their steak.
No sloppy steak. That show is so dumb, guys. If you need something dumb to watch and you just want to turn your brain off, that's the one.
I've never actually watched it on Netflix. I've only watched it on TikTok or YouTube.
TikTok.
The Netflix are like extended, so there's
Yeah.
there's more of a beginning and end to it, and it's so good.
Oh, fuck.
I can't recommend the show enough. People either love it or hate it, though. It's
It is
so
unhinged.
so dumb, so
And-
dumb, so unhinged.
And like just socially awkward people. I could see how you'd be like, oh
It's-
God. I don't
It's literally like the adult cringe version of "Don't give a mouse a cookie." Because like 90% of the
It is.
skits are like, oh, it's like the saying, like you never give a mouse a cookie. It's like a childhood book. You never give a mouse a cookie because then it'll want milk and then it'll want blah, blah, blah. So it's like,
okay.
you don't want to give anybody an inch because they'll take a mile.
Gotcha.
And the
Yeah,
whole
you're
show,
right.
every skit is like they give a character an inch and the character fucking goes wild.
Yeah,
Almost 90% of those.
that is.
But
accurate.
anyways, we're not fucking paid by Tim Robinson, so I'm over it. We're
Unless-
finishing with the last story of the day, a long episode, guys, with a not how girls work. This is the easiest dunk of easiest dunks.
This is more normal. This feels.
Here we go.
what we
This is
usually do.
essentially, does this guy fuck or not?
Okay.
And I could tell you right now,
Does he make mac and
doesn't.
cheese?
he definitely doesn't.
Oh, damn. Then no.
I'm so tired of having to listen to women complain about something that's 100% their fault. First of all, periods are disgusting. Why do you feel the need to tell everyone and their mother, quote, sorry, I'm in a bad mood. It's that time of month. End quote. What's wrong with you? Your entire job is to be aesthetically. Oh, God, this is so gross to read. I'm so mad. I forgot how bad this was.
Jesus.
Your entire job. I can't even joke. This is gross. Your entire job is to be aesthetically pleasing and add femininity. But instead, you're slunched over, holding your gut and whining. Nothing about that is sexy. But the mental picture is even worse. Shoving phallic objects up there to, quote, absorb your leaking body that's trying to desperately get rid of your toxic blood. This guy hates women. This person just
also
hates
does.
women.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Holy
understand
shit.
how anything works.
Also does not understand how anything works.
Yeah, toxic blood. What the fuck?
What are you talking
It's just
about?
regular blood, dude. Chill
It's the
the
same
fuck out. Also, a tampon, it could be a pad, you know, it doesn't always have to be phallic, but also why are you making it something sexual when it's just a tool women use to soak up the blood? Like, it has nothing to do with a phallic. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Holy shit.
My guy, let me punch you in the gut like a few times and see if your ass don't slunch over, you dumb bitch.
We should all take a turn.
Dude.
One each, gladly.
Okay, and if you thought that last sentence was nonsensical, get ready for the finale.
Oh, no.
This makes zero sense, and I'm like almost sure this is written by someone with the brain level of like, I don't know, a 6-year-old. Like, how reading this is like
Stop
truly how.
disrespecting 6-year-olds.
Yeah, they
bro.
have empathy at
Honestly,
least.
yeah, that's fucked up that I said that about 6-year-old. This guy is, I don't know how he thinks this is real, but here we go. You are not a man, which means your maternal ancestors did not hunt. They were at most gatherers and ate from the land. Instead of salads and grains and fruits, I see you monsters shoving burgers, steaks, and chicken in your face. Your body is trying to get rid of all of that, so it's bleeding that animal graveyard you call a digestive tract out. So I have no sympathy for your exaggerated pain. In what world does any of that
Exaggerated
make
pain?
sense?
Also, this guy is pro-vegan. Oddly,
Also-
this is a weird.
Vegan vegetarians,
I don't know
hate to
where
tell
it
you,
came from.
also get their periods, brother. I don't. What are you talking about?
That was a weird pivot. I didn't understand where that was going.
And I don't even think he's anti-eating meat. I think he's anti-women eating meat.
So
Because-
insane.
Because
I think he's just
somehow
anti-women
their
in
diet-
general.
Yeah.
He's anti-women in general. He hates women, and I don't know what is his end game. Is he? Why is he
To be
mad that
single
periods
forever.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, he has never touched grass. He has never talked to a woman,
He
read
lives on
anything
4chan
about
pages.
a woman. He lives likes that Jordan Peterson guy you were telling me
True.
about.
Yeah.
Just
Patreon
like
only.
where the fuck does this guy get any of this information? All of it is wrong.
Yeah. This is the worst version of a man. Just
Public education and any other education failed your ass. Home
Dude.
life too. God damn.
yeah. Like, does he not have a mom? I know that shouldn't be the be all end all, but some sort of connection to a woman. You have one.
This is why I never understand why people disrespect women. You have a mother. Well, for the most part, like some people are like, but still, you came out of a woman. Like,
Yeah, I guess. Well, there are like abusive moms, and so that
yeah, like not everyone are cut to be mothers. Is what I'm trying to get at too.
but yeah, some sort of empathy for.
But there's no excuse for
no.
for being this dumb.
Yes.
Like, yeah, if you're able to post this on the internet, you should be able to like quickly do a Google search and realize literally everything that you wrote is incorrect. 1, vegans and vegetarian women have periods. 2, there is history of women being hunters. Fact. That's just a fact.
Aren't the Amazonians?
Are you talking about Wonder Woman? I don't think that's real, but
Is it not? I don't know.
But yeah, they
but there are
definitely.
definitely
And even if they were
women
gatherers,
warriors.
they all shared the food.
True.
And so, like,
Yeah, they ate the meat. That
Yeah.
wasn't. Everything is so wrong and nonsensical. It doesn't make sense.
crazy.
It feels like a fucking AI wrote this.
Neckbeard.
Yeah, fucking neckbeard AI wrote this shit because it's just everything wrong at every turn.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Insane.
Incel.
Yes.
But that is it for this Monday Reddit reading. First time having a patron exclusive story.
Hell yeah.
First time for me reading back-to-back personal stories. Again, thank you guys for writing that in. You guys got very vulnerable. And we're honored that our subreddit is a safe space for you guys to write that kind of stuff. And everybody else, thank you for submitting stories. You make our jobs way easier. And yeah, before we end the episode, any reviews and whatnot that we want to read?
I have, well, I had a bunch of reviews, but we're
We're grossly over time.
We still have to record our bonus episode tonight. But I do want to give a shout out to, and we'll link this in the show notes, but a patron by the name of Emma reached out to us and asked if we could promote a charity that they're doing right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
So they're doing,
Absolutely.
It's for cancer, in honor of, I believe it was their friend who lost their life to cancer. So very sad to hear that. But they are hosting what's it called? The Longest Table. And I apologize, I just got the information as we were doing the show, so a little bit disorganized here. But if you can donate, she's looking to get $1,200. I personally am going to put some money in. Maybe we'll do it as a podcast. We'll put some money in. And then if you can help support them, that would be awesome. So we'll put that link in the show note if you can help Emma out. So shout out to Emma. The event date is August 12th. So you've got until that time to donate. And then a review I had so many that I wanted to do, but we'll do this one.
Save it.
Because it'll make John happy. This one's from Chrissy. It's a 5-star, and it's titled, "If John's not your favorite, you are whack."
You goddamn right. Goddamn right.
These guys are unicorns. It's so rare to find a group of guys that aren't infiltrated with gym bros, Trumpsters, nice guys, etc. These guys are respectful, accepting, acknowledge emotions. They believe in equal rights and stand up for social justice. So many men on social media are nowhere near reaching this high bar. And then in brackets, the bar should never be on the floor, ladies.
This should be normalized, guys. This should be normalized how it should be. We're no one special.
No.
Yeah, we should not be setting a high bar. This should
this should be
a very low on the floor bar.
Yeah. But the Reddit and On Wiki guys do. Thank you for what you do and not being dicks, laughing face. You give me hope that there are many more fantastic unicorns out there for all the amazing and deserving ladies and gents. So shout out to Chrissy. And unfortunate that you don't think Sean and I are worthy of being a favorite.
That's fine.
Even by other people, which is that hurts a little bit more. But I get it. John's just the lovable short king on the show.
I don't blame you, Chrissy. I'm a cat.
God damn. Boo.
He's not even humble about it.
Not anymore. You know, y'all been showering me some love, and the ego has been inflated a little bit. And
we gotta stop it.
Oh, sorry. They do have an additional part here that goes off that. Additionally, John is clearly the favorite. The man has puns for days. What more could you need? And then Sean, the way you say Jesus Christ whenever he makes a pun makes me laugh every time. So, Sean, your favorite by being
I guess my disdain is
association. Your disdain is my greatest pleasure.
God damn it.
Yeah. Could you imagine? At one point, we thought Sean was the favorite. Can you imagine that now, Sean?
I still do. I still do think
I-
Sean is the favorite.
Wild when we've read nothing
Yeah.
but great
So
I
many
don't know.
reviews.
on your side.
So many
John.
John
May-
reviews.
maybe-
Hey, it goes in cycles. It used to
Maybe
be
the John
Josh.
Goats are just, more positive, unlike the Shelleys.
Has it ever been me?
When we
when they
first blew up on TikTok,
It's
dude, the amount of thirst comments.
Comments about
Thirst
you.
comments are not the same. Are you kidding? That's so shallow.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I
You're a
would
hot piece of
trade
meat,
it all.
baby.
They're like, we like the way he looks, but as soon as he opens his goddamn mouth,
Hell no. You look, bro. You've been being recognized outside of the show, like in weddings. Like, hey, you're the Am I the Asshole guy, right? Like, you got celebrity status, dude.
yeah,
you
I don't.
mean?
Yeah, well, that doesn't equate to being the favorite, though, John. They might have asked for your
because you
autograph
always-
if you'd been there.
Hell nah. My shit ain't worth nothing.
Maybe someday.
I think we all have like our own subset of fans. Like no
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is the favorite, but really Sean's the favorite because Sean
Wild.
Sean gets a lot of
don't
love
think so.
too.
he does.
But it's
He does.
just
Yeah,
showing
a lot of people like to misspell my name. People like to
that's out
antagonize
of
me.
love. That's out of love.
Yeah, that's fair.
They gaslight you and abuse you out of love, Sean. You know.
Yeah.
I've built this kind of community. Oh god damn it! I do have some Venmos to read out.
Oh.
Yeah, get to them. Get to them.
This is from Michaela for a whopping 11 cents.
Ooh.
They say, hello, I am broke, so here's my small lucky number contribution to the Reddit on Wiki
Hey.
Quintet, aka Josh, John, Sean's bank account, Alex, and Christina.
Hey,
Hey, it's the gang.
shout out to Christina.
So it says, it says, please share this gracious and accessible donation with everybody.
Huh?
But that's not
What was
important.
that, Sean?
Doesn't matter.
What's it?
What is
Is
it?
it some-
What did you say?
It's at, yeah, I don't know. We're moving on to the next
Oh,
one.
interesting.
Really?
Okay.
The GOAT, Effie, continuing the streak.
The streak is alive.
They write to the tune of When I'm Gone by Anna Kendrick, day 41. Then we got two more. We got Kristen, who wrote, hope this helps. I found it in my couch. It was a penny.
Nice.
And then,
Cheap, that's just not cheap to produce.
we don't even have pennies
And-
up here.
and we have one last one from Jasmine, who sent $1.01
Hey.
and wrote, just listened to the newest episode and wanted to beat the last Wikimaniac. And then they put, with lots of exclamation points, this is our world.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So I don't know if I should be promoting that particularly.
Well, depends on their race.
But it is what it is. I can't quite tell from a Venmo
Josh's
profile
peeps.
picture.
Yeah, my peeps, even though they're sending
yes.
Sean money.
Thank you guys for all the Venmos. Yes, all fandoms continue to Venmo me. That's the best way to get rid of them.
Wow,
Okay.
just a competition to get you more money.
Oh man, I don't have Stan. Venmo. John, anything before we ended?
Oh, nothing about reviews, but I do to continually promoting our live stream coming up, Wikimaniacs,
Yeah.
August 2nd. That's a Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be live on YouTube. We're going to answer all your burning questions. We have some questions that's been sent to us already, but feel free to participate in the chats, and we're more than happy to answer any that you want.
Send
answered. But
unhinged questions.
all of them. Send all of them. All of them. Again,
Yeah.
August 2nd, 2023. That's a Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time with Wikimaniacs. Be there.
YouTube, Reddit on Wiki.
YouTube. Bam. And subscribe. Oh, shout out to 10,000 subscribers, by the way, on
oh
YouTube.
yeah, I
That's-
completely forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh my God. 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We just got 6,000 followers on Instagram. We're closing
Wow.
in on 1,000 on freaking,
Threads?
what's the new one that just came out? Threads.
Yeah.
Almost 600,000 on TikTok. Our subreddit almost got
Jesus.
15,000 people. 500
Jesus.
fucking patrons. What the fuck
All
is
the
happening,
milestones,
guys?
dude.
Holy
Y'all are the fucking
shit.
best. man.
Crazy.
Holy shit.
Holy-
Y'all are the best. We appreciate
That's
you,
awesome.
Wikimaniacs. So this last bit is for you. We're showering you with adoration because we love you.
All right. That's it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. You guys are the fucking best. We love you so much. We'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Love ya.
Bye.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.